What's up, everyone? All right, so today is the first day of trading from Southern California. Yesterday was a travel day. I flew from JFK to LA, and the reason I drive all the way down to New York is because they have a direct flight from New York to LA, and they have Delta One, which is the lie flat. So, when you fly international, if you fly first class, you get the lie flat seat. So you can lay down, you can sleep, you can stretch out. And the reality is, LA to New York or New York to LA is like a 6-hour flight. And there's no reason they shouldn't have it. So finally, Delta started adding these lie flats on domestic flights. So New York to LA, New York to San Francisco, and I think Boston to New York and Boston to LA and Boston to San Francisco also have it. So I drove down to New York and jumped on the flight, 5.5, 6 hours, not bad. I was able to relax, get some work done, watch a movie. So nice, easy flight, landed here before the sun had even set, and then drove out here. So getting settled in for my first day of trading, and it was a great day, $4,430. Green is good. It was thanks to an incredible trade on RKDA right off the watch list. We were watching it over $11 pre-market, and the bell rang. I was able to only take 1,100 shares. I got partial fill. And for me, being $11, it was a little outside my price range, and I just wasn't sure it was going to be safe. The volume was kind of light, but given the momentum we've seen on ZSAN, INNT, and some of these other ones that are in the $10 to $15 price range, I thought it was definitely worth keeping on watch, and I was right. Squeezed all the way up to $18. With 1,000 shares, I made $3,000. $3 per share, which is awesome. So I took a couple more trades and ended up getting myself up about $4,300 or so on that trade. So anyways, it was really awesome. Traders in the room, booking big profits. One of the traders mentioned he had his first $100,000 day. And, good for him. I'm not at a place where I'm willing to risk $15,000, $20,000 on a trade in order to get a $40,000, $50,000 winner, especially after losing money in February. Right now, I'm just trying to kind of get my legs under me and build a little confidence. And these ones for me are a little trickier. I don't have as much confidence trading above $10, but I'm happy with what I did. And it's just great to see students who are applying the lessons that we teach to trade these stocks to their own risk tolerance. If they have the risk tolerance to take a 20,000 share position, good for them. That's awesome. That's what I love to see. So anyways, we'll break down all of today's trades in today's midday market recap from California. What's up, everyone? All right, so we're going to break down our trades from today, finishing the morning up $4,430.09. Not bad at all. So that puts me up now over $12,000 on the month, which again, is not bad. I mean, this is not going to be a record breaker month for me. I'm not likely to break over $100,000 in profit, but one of the things for me after having a red month is just to, be quick to take profits, rebuild confidence. The worst thing I could do is have 2 back-to-back months, not just for my equity, but for my confidence, really. So this month, more than being about hitting some big, big number like 100,000 or 150,000 in a month, the goal was just to try to close every day green if I could. Now I've already had 2 red days, but both of them were small red days. So the second goal number 1 is to close every day green. Okay, well, that doesn't happen every day. Goal number 2 is not to have a red day down more than $1,000. And so far I've been able to manage that. So I'm going to write in my calendar here, $4,430.09. I'm not sure what trading day of the year this is now. I've lost track, but I will, yeah, I'll turn off my webcam for you guys. I'll just go to screen share. But yeah, I'll figure that out. It's probably the 40th trading day of the year or something like that. So anyways, today was one of those days where the trade on RKDA was straight off the watch list. So let's pull up the chart on that one and break it down. RKDA. So this one, someone called out this morning. They said, hey, keep an eye on RKDA because it was strong into the close yesterday or on Friday. And so I pulled it up and I was like, you know what? That actually does look really good. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. The volume is pretty light. I said, just watch it around $11 because we sort of had that little bit of resistance there. And yesterday's high was 11, or Friday's high was 1160. So I said, just keep an eye on that level. All right. And we were also watching a couple others out of the gates, but none of them ended up really doing much. You guys can watch the watch list. It's posted on YouTube. But RKDA was the one. So the bell rings, and it's like 9:31, coming up on 9:32, and I see this start to pop up. And, I was like, well, geez, the problem with it is there's not a lot of volume, but I see it starting to move. So the volume is starting to come into it. So I was like, you know what? I'll take a starter. And so I tried to take actually 3,000 shares at $11. Now, I ended up only filling 1,010 shares. I got partial fills here, which is disappointing because I made $3,000 with 1,000 shares because I was selling it at $13.84 and $14.10, which is crazy. That is ridiculous. So 3 full points. If I'd gotten 3,000 shares, well, that might have been a $10,000 winner. But, whatever. It's the luck of the draw. I didn't get a good fill there. And it's probably for the best because this could have also dropped back down to 10, and I could have lost a full point. So anyways, jumped into that, and you can see that momentum. I mean, it went straight to 1682. And I held my final 252 shares, all the way up at 1662. And I was like, I'm up like $6 per share with these 200 shares. 6 times 2 is $1,200. With 250 shares, I was up $1,200, and I sold the rest of it at $14.10 as it started to dip down here. Now, I ended up selling it kind of on the low of this dip, but you never know. And I sort of just said, I'm going to set my stop and trail it, and so I got stopped out. Now, I got back into it. I had one trade here on CPAH, long 5,000 shares at 422 and 425 and selling it at 430. So a small $300 winner on there. And then I switched back to focusing on RKDA because this was the one that was really seeming to be in play. So I ended up getting in again with 750 shares, smaller size, at 1557 and 16. I tried to sell it. That was on this candle right here as it started to break this wedge. So I got in here, and I was thinking that I would sell. My target was a break of high a day, 1682, but that didn't happen. We hit 1650. I tried to sneak under the under the half dollar at 1649. I didn't get filled. I then just sold and hit the bid at 1598 because I was like, I don't know. And it dropped down to 1470. So that was probably the right move. It pulled back here to a low of 1430. And then it had this second break of 16 right here. And so I got back in for that second break, 500 shares this time, going a smaller size. Although I pressed it 3 times, so really, I don't know. But
whatever, 500 shares, but I only filled 125 shares at 16.11. I added 500 at 16.41. I sold half at 17.63. Tried to sell another quarter at 17.97. High of day at that time was right at just 18. And I tried to sneak under there, under the whole dollar, couldn't get filled. And then I sold the rest as it came back down to 17. Ended up topping out at a high of, let's see, 1888. So really pretty impressive, and congratulations to all of you guys who capitalized on this, who were willing to be a little more aggressive than me. Give you guys a lot of credit because this wasn't easy. The spreads were a little bigger. Even right now, you can see we've got 20-cent spread. So, the risk is higher on these, but the reason I was willing to be more aggressive was because of the momentum we've seen on ZSAN, right? This one from $8 up to 24. We had INNT from, let's see, $5 to 20. So we've been seeing some really good action in that $10 to $20 price range. And, I'm trying to be more comfortable trading above 10. It's not natural to me, but I've been trying, and I'm happy with how I did today. And I feel like I managed risk pretty well. So today is also an exciting day because I'm now back to all-time highs of the year, up just under $120,000 for 2018, which, again, that's pretty good. Today's March 12th. Last year at this time, I was up about $135,000. So I'm a little behind last year, thanks to losing money in February, but if I can grind on this average of $30,000-$40,000 a month, I'm going to end up with closer to $500,000 by the end of the year, right? So, if we'll see what April and May and the summer look like, but I'm thinking right now, it's kind of like if you're on the racetrack and someone passes you, but then they wipe out, you're going to end up passing them. You'll catch back up. So that's the thing. It's like it's not really about going really, really big right now and then having a huge screw up. It's more just, can I get myself, to the end of the year in good shape? Slow and steady wins the race. So, today's a nice day because I'm now recovering. I've recovered all of February's losses, and I'm into the profit. So my equity curve, it's went up to 117,000, dropped down to about only $100,000 of profit, and now I've made back that 17 plus another 2,000. So, it's kind of my own little bull flag in my equity curve, but definitely nice to see. Now, for what it's worth, let's see. Let me just pull up my TraderView stats for a second here. I have an updated TraderView. Maybe I'll do an export today and update my TraderView. Let's see. But I'll just show you guys. Let's see. So this is, I guess, last 90 days. So you can see the last 90 days. Well, from the end of basically February was sideways. This was me losing money in February. That's what it looked like. It was pretty much just, kind of sideways consolidation. Now, if I go to detailed, and I go to, let's see, trying to remember which one it is. No, it's win-loss expectation. This is my equity curves. Let's see, what's the date on this? Well, since 2016. We can look at this since 2000. Well, that's fine. Since 2016, this is what it is. In 2016, I made 222,000. And then you can see here, I've had periods of kind of sideways, periods of drawdown. This was April of 2017, right here, this pullback. And from April until basically October of 2017, I was kind of flat. I had this long period of going sideways. And then that opened up for this next big leg up. And now here I've been going sideways a little bit. And I went sideways just a little bit here for like a week and a half in November. So, that's kind of when you step back and look at the big picture. It's like, all right, I've been getting myself, bent out of shape. Well, not really, but bent out of shape over, what's been happening in this tiny little blip right in here, right? And, the big picture is, sure, if you're just looking at that little tiny section, it's like, oh, Jesus, I'm down, I'm red, right? If that's all you're looking at, it feels like you're red. But then you got to look at the bigger picture. Okay, all right, that's not that bad. And I know it's hard because for me, I get so focused on being in the zone and just tunnel vision on what am I doing today, what am I doing this week, what am I doing this month. But the big picture is yes, there will be periods like I had here last summer where things are a little slow, but then they open up again. So just try to keep perspective and not get too stressed if you do get yourself into a slow week or a slow month or whatever it is. So anyways, that's about it for me today. First day of trading from California. Green is good, and I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, 9:15 for pre-market analysis. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning.
If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.